Law enforcement agencies provided their latest updates on the manhunt for suspected I-75 shooter Joseph Couch. They say their main priority right now is keeping the public informed, safe, and to find Joseph Couch dead or alive. We saw some canine units out here just on the hill behind me. It's a tall, grassy area, so we saw some flashlights, some police with canines trying to survey the area. Now, another big point, as you said, is Governor Andy Beshear activated a state of emergency for the entire Commonwealth of Kentucky. We were seeing a few accidents. It was a bit hard, I'm going to be honest, for us to even stay on the road. So that means that the closest that Council Member Benares will be to the council chambers in the next 3 years is right here in front of the Lexington Public Library. As you can see a little bit behind me, we still have the police tape up here. We've been watching in the past 10 minutes as crews over here by this stop sign have collected pieces into evidence. A hard lockdown means a hard lockdown. Kids will not be able to leave the school buildings at this time because he says it interferes with the school's safety plans. While many people will make fitness their New Year's resolution going into the new year, I'm told that burnout is one of the reasons that lead many to pump the brakes. As is outlined in these arrest citations, Mahesh Kumar Patel and Karan Kumar Patel are both facing felony counts in relation to this situation. I spoke with a responding officer just a short time ago, and he told me that there were 2 cars involved in this crash, and I'm actually going to step out of the shot because they're working on cleaning up the crew right now. Lexington did handle some of these busier roads, but it was kind of up to homeowners to clear off their own driveways, of course. And Boyle County isn't alone in dealing with this problem because some of the incidents are happening right next door in Mercer County, and the departments are working together to solve this potentially deadly problem. While this is all good news, those who were displaced spent much of their Thanksgiving out of their homes and unable to cook their Thanksgiving meals.
We're just checking on you. We wanted to check on you, see if you've got water this morning. This particular community, this trailer park, they run into this every winter.
Deputy Michael Dempsey, alongside other members of the Paris and Bourbon County Sheriff's Offices and the Paris and Bourbon County Fire Departments, went door to door.
Just check on them.
Hand-delivering cases of water to residents of a trailer home community plagued by frozen pipes.
It's frozen? Yeah. Okay, do you need some water?
Even after they took steps to prevent it from happening.
I've talked to some people in the trailer park that said even though they knew it was coming, they prepared for it, they let their faucets trickle.
Deputy Dempsey says the prolonged cold made it more difficult for residents to keep the frozen pipes at bay.
It lasted for a little while and the pipes still froze up.
Some have been residents of the community for multiple years, such as Robin Lindley.
Thank you guys so much.
Have a good one.
He says he took steps to keep his pipes from freezing, such as insulating the pipes and keeping their trailer warm. But he says the pipes started to freeze up 4 days ago.
It happens every year. The water usually freezes up out here. We were just hoping it wasn't going to be for too long.
Deputy Dempsey says a resident told him that the landlord of the community is looking to upgrade the pipes to prevent future freezes. But with more than 50 trailers,
you're very welcome. You take care.
It won't be a quick fix.
It's ongoing. It's been a problem for a long time, but they are working to make it better. It's just not going to be a quick fix.
Travelers throughout the day here at the Bluegrass Airport have been seeing those dreaded words delayed or even canceled next to their flights. And even though some major airlines are starting to go back to normal, this Microsoft outage has caused a ripple effect.
I feel bad for the airline people trying to help people because people are mad, but there's nothing you can do because they can't get flights here. So there's no flight here to take you somewhere.
The global Microsoft outage left travelers in the Bluegrass Airport for longer than they may have hoped, and the effects even led to more time spent getting checked in.
If you are traveling today, we would recommend maybe just give yourself a little extra time just in case you experience any of these issues as well.
But even for flyers who did check into their flights, it doesn't mean that their planes took flight.
Yeah, we just been chilling here, just kind of wondering what to do.
Yeah, I think the biggest problem was because it was a technology outage, we weren't able to even log into the app or get any information.
The Bluegrass Airport staff say it's up to airlines and the FAA for when everything will run as normal. And as for the workers facing sometimes frustrated travelers, those who are trying to take to the skies are encouraged to try to roll with the punches.
People are trying their very best. This is a situation that is not something that they can really help. It's something that we just have to wait out, and I think that it's not their fault. So I really want them to just give a little bit of grace.
Call it a testament to the Bluegrass State, but some people who I've spoken to who are traveling home say that if they're going to be stuck anywhere, they really don't mind it as much being stuck in Lexington.
Not only is it a restaurant, it's a time in history. It's probably one of the most
historically important buildings left.
9 West Lexington Avenue in Winchester was not always a restaurant. For the first 100 years, it filled many roles, originally a fire station and an office for the mayor.
It's just a great time capsule.
But in 1984, Bob Tabor made it a restaurant and downtown hotspot.
If people come in, sit down, another couple come in, sit down, they turn the table sideways. Before the night was over, all the way down, lined up, everybody knew everybody.
Bob says the engine house was for people of all ages, including kids.
They didn't have to sit at the table. They could spin stools, dance. We had the hokey pokey and the bunny hop on the jukebox, and it was just a great place to see children grow up in.
Just one of the kids that frequented was Bob's daughter, Kara.
Customers, the employees, throughout the years raised me and raised my son as well. And it was an amazing place to grow up.
Throughout the years, Bob says people of all backgrounds would come through for a bite to eat.
They had farmers would come in, not necessarily with clean boots, but when they left, the only problem we had was the odor of diesel fuel.
And 40 years later, under new owners, the food keeps coming, the music keeps playing, and the community keeps coming back.
QSL, Bluegrass Amateur Radio Society, Lexington, Kentucky. You're 5-9 into Lexington.
David Richardson of the Bluegrass Amateur Radio Society says ham radio is both a worldwide hobby and a worldwide necessity.
This is the stuff that's going on in the last 15 minutes on FT8 around the world. When I hit go, you'll see.
Ham radio can connect people across the globe without internet connection.
You know, it started back in the old telegram days. And they used it's Morse code. People still use it. And it's a very efficient mode.
Richardson says ham radios can come in handy for natural disasters, whether it be the main form of communication or as a backup just in case, like in the 2022 Eastern Kentucky floods.
They wanted amateur radio operators to travel with their teams in case they had no cell phone coverage. And they did have cell phone coverage, so it was a redundancy, but irregardless, you know, the people were there just in case.
Richardson and other members of the Bluegrass Amateur Radio Society tested their equipment Saturday at Kentucky Horse Park, a biannual event dedicated to checking their tools.
Twice a year we go out and we practice setting up communication stations where one doesn't normally exist. And you learn things. Usually you learn what doesn't work.
Richardson says it's a way to connect and to pass the time. But it's a pastime that can quickly become necessary. And he says they stay ready if that time ever comes.
We hope we're not needed. To be honest with you, we don't want things to get that bad. But if they need us, we want to at least be somewhat competent.